Crime prevention is one of the main goals of the criminal justice system. But what is it, and how are its methods keeping us safe every single day? According to the Catholic University of America, crime prevention means the anticipation, recognition, and appraisal of a crime risk and the initiation of some action to remove or reduce it. This is important because it affects all of us, because crime prevention methods are there to protect us even when we don't know it. And yet most people, or some people, might not know or even be able to recognize a crime prevention method in action. Learning about the criminal justice system, as I have here at ASU, also means learning about crime and the various methods that are in place in order to protect us. Preventative measures are all over the place, and in my speech you will learn about the simple ones, the complex ones, the ones that are used in only certain locations or situations, and some that are doing so well that they have been implemented all over the country. And lastly, the last part of my speech will focus on the future of crime prevention as it is currently changing and being altered in order to better help our people. So let's start with the simple methods, and that will begin with an example that came from my former professor, Joseph Schultz. Being a former police officer, he and his partner noticed that a crime rate in a local neighborhood had recently spiked. So he and his partner decided to go out and investigate. And noticing that a bunch of the street lamps had gone out due to a storm that had happened about a month ago. So they contacted the proper people and had them replaced. And within no time, within about a week or so after them being replaced, the crime rate went down significantly. Also, putting security signs in your home, as well as including motion-activated lights, reducing the amount of bushes and trees in your community, are also other simple ways of reducing crime in your area. Now that you know about the simple methods, let's move on to the more complicated ones. These methods are proven to be very effective and therefore are used all over the country. This first one has been the most effective at managing crime and can be found in almost every major city and town. It is patrol and is the most common prevention method out there. Patrol is basically people going around in cop cars, not exactly going out and arresting people, but more being seen. It is more of a reduction method used to deter criminals from actually going out and committing crime. The next one is DUI checkpoints. This is most commonly found in college towns. The first one I ever noticed was in WVU when I was visiting my sister. These are there to deter drunk drivers from ever committing a crime and also reduce the amount of car crashes as a result of these. The final major one that is found throughout the country is community policing. According to the book, Community Policing, Can It Work?, neighborhood organizations have been helping to control and reduce crime since the 1960s. Community organizations and the police officers have been working very closely for years in order to protect the community and reduce the crime in those areas. The next of the prevention methods are the ones used in specific locations, such as random locker searches in schools, which are used to get rid of dangerous items such as weapons, alcohol, and drugs. Another example is at ASU athletic events. There, they have ASU PD officers in disguise, making sure that no one is underage drinking. My roommate actually got caught by one of these officers last year, and as a result, he was put through the ringer. He was put into a court, had to pay a very hefty fine, and go to an alcohol class in order to reduce his rate of doing it again, which is actually another preventative measure. Now, on the subject of ASU, the ASU campuses have some methods in place as well, such as registering your bike with the ASU Police Department, as bike theft is their #1 crime on the campuses. According to their website, the bike registry can help them find it and potentially catch the thief. And also, according to Katie Harris, a police informant officer, students can also leave their bikes with a valet who will watch it while they are in class. They also have bait bikes to help catch thieves because the bait bikes have tracking information that allows them to track and potentially catch the thieves. Also, in order to reduce alcohol or control alcohol on the campuses, ASUPD uses educational programs and active enforcement of university policies. They also educate the community about the risks of underage drinking by having its prevention officers participate in alcohol awareness programs. The ID scanners and security cameras are also preventative measures too. The last thing I would like to talk to you about is the future of crime prevention, as current methods are mostly just managing to control crime rather than reduce it. CRJ professionals are looking to other methods, mostly the methods that reduce the risk factors. Risk factors are the factors that lead people to turn to crime, and usually the factors are present at a very early age. According to the book, Reducing Crime, the Effectiveness of Criminal Justice Interventions, the risk factors include antisocial behavior, truancy, a bad community, weak family ties, poor school systems, and low income. CRJ professionals are looking to measures such as family therapy and parent training. They also want to focus on the young and help them eliminate certain problems such as getting rid of addiction through drug treatment. As you can see, the methods of crime prevention are not perfect, but they are doing their best as they can. If you take anything away from this speech, remember that prevention is all around us, trying to keep us safe as best as they can. And while some are simple, others are complex. And while some are tailored to specific locations, others are used all over the country. But regardless of how each one works or what they are meant to do, they are there to deter the criminals from crime as well as protect the people from suffering as a result of crime. Thank you.